We have seen many flight sims come and go in the past over the years. Some are successful and some not so much. Deadstick Simulator looked to be one of the promising ones in recent times, first shown and announced in 2017 as a very exciting new flight sim that was bringing some innovation to the genre. Now it's 2022, we haven't seen an update from the team since the end of 2020. Is Deadstick Simulations dead, or will we see it rise from the ashes? Let's jump into the video and try to find out what's going on. Before we jump into the video, in these videos we try to bring you all the flight sim news and content in the one place. So if that sounds right up your taxiway, click that subscribe button. 72% of people that watch the Oz Flight Simmer channel are not subscribed. Hit the little red button, it would help us out and much appreciated. Deadstick Simulator was announced back in Flight Sim Show in 2017. This was a new flight simulator in development and was aimed at focusing as you as the pilot. The aircraft was the tool, the environment was the enemy, and the aim of Deadstick was to nurse your aircraft around the environment, braving the elements, trying to keep focus and keep the aircraft and yourself intact, upgrading it along the way in hopes of making a profit. Deadstick at its core was a first-person flight simulator. You had the option to get out of your aircraft at any time, complete maintenance, pre-flight the aircraft, and even load and unload cargo in the aircraft. Flying low across great scenery, Deadstick aimed to bring the fidelity down to even rocks and leaves on the ground, with the sim being built from the ground up using advanced rendering technology. This was a study level simulator, had study level aircraft and high detail flight model over unique environments with engaging missions. At the time when this was first announced, this was all very exciting, but it leads us to now, what in the world happened to Deadstick Simulator? Before we take a look at where we are today, it's best off traveling all the way back to October 2017. Deadstick was announced at the Cosford Flight Sim Show with a whirlwind of excitement. This was done with a 20-minute presentation by Chris Cheapman himself, which is the CEO or the lead developer of Deadstick, and the release was to be in summer of 2018. Moving to the following year in May 2018, the announcement was backed up by Deadstick Simulation's first trailer release and the news that the sim was going to be published by Irregular, which is a published company, and again we've mentioned that the release will be later in 2018 on Steam, and then you can add it to your Steam wishlist. Things were starting to progress quite quickly for the simulator. Later on that year in June 2018, the team were at another Flight Sim Expo showcasing the pre-alpha version of the simulator, which the public had access to try it out right at the Flight Sim Expo. Deadstick toured a couple of Flight Sim events that year showcasing such as GSX, and in September they went back to the Cosford Flight Simulator show in October in 2018. Moving over to the second year of development of the simulator since the announcement, January 2019, for most part over the next few months we saw a steady flow of content updating on different platforms including Facebook, Steam events, Twitter and even Twitch live streams with Q&As and showcasing where the sim is at in the development. In May 2019, that year, the team actually announced they were not attending the Flight Sim Expo of 2019. This was due to development time constraints. The team hoped to have Deadstick in a closed beta and even had Google Forms to express their interest, and they felt that if they spent time at the expo, this would take time away from their development time. July 2019 and through to the end of the July, we still see some in development insights on different platforms, and showing up at the Cosford Flight Sim Show again, the team at Deadstick was there. But then the development and updates were starting to slow down. We must be getting close to the finishing line as enthusiastic fans of the simulator were thinking, or were we starting to see some cracks in what was going on to be the end result? In January 2020, you have seen the first date from the team. This was the first update for a little while, with announcements mentioning delays. Things were not going as they were planned, the team said at Deadstick, but the team is hard at work and still developing the simulator. The team went back to the drawing board, as they explained, and developed new design tools. Deadstick was at crossroads with its existing development tools available, and they were not up to the standard and the envision of what they wanted the simulator to be, so the team went back and developed new tools, creating Deadstick once again. Throughout 2020, we saw quarterly consistent updates from the team showcasing the new tech which was done by weather, avatars, maintenance and customizations. These were all created with the new tools that the team had been developed, and it looks like Deadstick was back on track. In December 2020, the team showcased their last real development update, showcasing the obstacles the team had faced and the delay that there will be with the closed beta, and unfortunately there was no date given to when the sim would actually reach closed beta. With that being said, it was clear and easy to see that there had been progression on the simulator, and it looked a lot more down the line with development path than when it was first shown 2 short years before. And that's where it all stopped. No more updates after December 2020. We basically just heard. April 2021, Deadstick and Irregular Corporation, which was the publishing company for the simulator, announced they were ending their publishing relationship. Was that the end of Deadstick? Was the simulator dead? Not much has transpired since that last announcement in April 21. Deadstick simulation team is all but gone cold. To this day, I've always wondered what happened to Deadstick Simulator, a very promising flight simulation title with the hopes and dreams of all the virtual pilots and enthusiasts. We tried to contact for an update via their official contact points with no reply. The websites are still active, but there is some broken links, so things aren't looking good at this stage. Digging a little bit deeper, it appears that Deadstick Simulation hopes may still be a slight flicker. A group of core fans are keeping the Deadstick Discord alive with announcements from Chris at Deadstick himself from time to time, even though the development was paused at the first part of 2021. In a recent post from the past couple of months, Chris mentioned that Deadstick is not dead yet. Chris mentions there's a lot going on behind the scenes, and the team will have some more cool stuff to share sometime soon. But this seems to be the theme of the Discord channel, as we've seen many sort of announcements like this in the past. But maybe one man's passion will bring the first in-depth first-person study level simulator to release. Deadstick may not be going down without a fight, or maybe it's just hopes and dreams. We look forward to hopefully seeing this once promising first-person pilot flight simulator taking to the skies. It's been a long and rocky road so far, and time may be just running out for this one. But you never know. There is still a flickering flame, and hopefully Chris can see his passion through, and we will see Deadstick Simulator flying in the skies again. If you like this video and you would like to see more content just like this one, be sure to hit the subscribe button, and we will keep you posted on any more updates and news from Deadstick and see what happens. We'd love to hear what your thoughts in the comments below about all of this. Let us know, and we'll see you on another video.